Hey everybody, and welcome back to Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz, Jaculator, still in Lake Jackson, and it's coming up on Thanksgiving, so I'm going to do this thing. It's super neat. I'm going to textify it a little bit, but that's completely optional. This is amazing. This cranberry relish stuff, you can put it on just about anything. I got some turkey legs that I'll put mine on. I even put it on like some chicken breast, whatever, but it tastes amazing with your turkey stuff. So even if you're not a cranberry fan, this is awesome. Before we get into it, be sure to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell down in that corner there. Get updates when we do these on Tuesdays and Fridays, or as close as I can. I'm kind of busy. And there's also a link down in the doobly-doo for our merch. We got, aprons, we got pot holders with cuss words on them, which are absolutely hilarious. Fake hands and spoons and spatulas and a flipper, and it's all cool stuff. We very much appreciate it because we're a small business. And let's just get into the food because there's enough of me talking. Alright, this is super simple. First thing, you want to get some fresh premium cranberries. You want 2 cups of those. You want 1/3 of a cup of teriyaki, glaze, or marinade where you can find it. You're going to need 1/2 cup of honey, which is a pain in the ass to measure, but it's the biggest expense we got. You're going to need the zest of a lemon and 1/2 of one for the juice. 1 jalapeno, which is optional if you want to do the Texas style stuff or not. And then you're going to need some fresh ground pepper, or you can just use like regular ground pepper, which is fine. And I'm using the fresh stuff because it's fancier, I think. You're going to need 1 decent-sized pot or a decent skillet and a couple of these measuring cups, which are fine. But you need to get 2 cups of your cranberries and go wash those as well as your jalapeno and your lime. Now, if you're going to use the jalapeno here, I'm going to show you how to break this down. Again, it's very much optional. If you don't want it spicy, that's fine. First thing you want to do is cut it and get the veins and seeds out, despite what everybody says. The capsaicin is in the skin. It's not in the seeds. The seeds make it bitter and horrible. So just be sure to get those out. Now, when I figured out that this was the easiest way to do it with a spoon, I didn't realize it was going to squirt into my eyes. So once you get it all deveined and de-seeded, you want to cut it down as small as possible. You don't want giant chunks of jalapeno in this, so I just cut it lengthwise and then just turned it in and did it again. So that's an easy chop. I guess you could put it in a food processor or a slap chop if you got one of those things. Remember those things? Freaking slap chop thing? So cut these down and then set them aside. Again, if this is optional, if you're not using this part, just you can fast forward, I guess. I mean, I got skill with a knife, and again, shout out to Andy for the sharp knife. So get you a decent sized saucepan or a skillet or whatever you got. It's gonna a small skillet would hold this. Go ahead and don't turn it on yet. Go ahead and put your honey. This might take a little while. Use a spatula or something to scrape it out, and then the 1/3 cup of your teriyaki, put it in there. Okay, again. Just use a spatula to scrape it out. Go ahead and add your cranberry. Careful of the ones that are fresh, that are frozen together, and try to escape. Throw those back in there. Make sure you get all that done. And then if you're using it, go ahead and add your jalapeno to this. Okay, then you want to put it on medium to medium high. Okay, you don't want it too high because that honey will scorch because you don't have water in this. The biggest liquid you add is your teriyaki and your honey. So you want to heat this slow. So put it about medium. You want to cook it until it starts to boil. Now you'll start hearing the cranberries pop, which is what you want, right? They start cracking, they leak juice, and that's exactly what you want in here. So once it comes to a boil, like you got to stir it. Don't just let it sit. You need starts boiling here. See, then you want to let it. You want to turn it down after everything's popping. You want to bring it to a boil, then turn it down to a simmer. And let it simmer for 10 minutes. Now, if you want it to be a little thicker, just keep stirring it. Again, don't just let it simmer by itself. Give it a stir every couple of minutes or so. But if you want it thicker, go ahead and let it go for another 2-3 minutes, and it'll be a little bit thicker, okay? So once you've reached either the 10-minute mark or your 13, if you want it thick, like that 2 or 3, right? Then we're going to have to add everything else. So this is after the 2 and 3, so we're going to add the pepper. Now it calls for a 1/4 teaspoon, which is just a pinch, but since we're adding the jalapeno, I just get a few more turns here. Again, just a 1/4 teaspoon should be fine. Now, if you've never zested anything, get you a it's like a cheese grater, and then just grate the skin of the lemon that you've cleaned into it. All right, now just do the whole thing, bend it down. Now this is where you take it, cut it in half. This is not the safest way to do it. Just cut it in half. And then pull the seeds as best you can. There's cloth or a strainer or something you can use to do it, but you just don't want hard seeds stuck in your stuff. So just keep an eye on it when they fall in, you can pull them out. Just squeeze the juice of that half lemon in there. Give it a nice stir, and then remove it from heat and let it sit. All right. And then that's it. That's all there is to it. Like you get this done, boop, give it a stir, It's still nice and hot now. The cooler it gets, the more it congeals and the thicker and stickier it gets, which is what you really, really want. But the warm stuff is absolutely amazing. But yeah, remove from heat and you're done. Like, I always put it out in a little serving dish, kind of like the cranberry sauce, even though this is a relish for other stuff. I put it on chicken, I've put it on turkey. I haven't got my turkey legs done yet. Yeah, here's the chicken stuff that I put it on. And it's absolutely amazing. It's just the right amount of spicy. It's not over the top unless you're super sensitive to peppers. But this is really, really good. It reheats later. It holds really well as long as you put it in like a Tupperware thing and refrigerate it, so you can use it for meal prep and just kind of put it on all sorts of things during the week and make it taste great, where you're not just hitting the same chicken over and over. But this one's really, really good, y'all. There you have it, folks. This is awesome. This is a relish instead of a cranberry sauce, so you can put it on anything instead of having to have it as a side. You do whatever. Again, jalapeno is very optional, but it is amazing. Very much Texas style stuff. So if you do it differently, you want to see us do that, let me know. Put it down in the comments. That's what they're there for. You can also find us on social media. We're at Facebook, Pinterest, Patreon. We're at all those at Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. You can also find us on Instagram at Live Between. You can find me, Osway Nerdy, on all those, including Twitter for now. And over at TikTok, where we're doing some little stuff here where we're talking about wolf spiders in cranberry bogs. So thanks to Smudge for that. So that's cool. And I will see y'all next time. If I don't see y'all before Thanksgiving, which I should, I got more stuff lined up to film today. But enjoy your holiday or whatever you're doing. And if you got to work, I feel for you. Don't kill nobody. Y'all be safe. I'll see you next time.